What's going on? What's going on, good people?
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? I am Lamar, and that's my brother, Casey Fowler.
What's
And this
happening? What's
is
happening?
episode 133 of the Foul Language Podcast.
Yes, sir. And just like every other episode, get your accessories right. Put your headphones on if you're at work. Put the kiddies to bed, because you might just hear some foul language. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
We got that right. Roll the intro.
Perfect.
All right, everybody. It is time. Before we get into all the good stuff, let's cover these accessories that we have this evening. So, brother, what accessories do you have this evening?
Let's see. I got a legendary classic special blend Amnesia Forte. I think we got these from my partner Rob, man, when he sent us little packs to try.
Oh,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah,
it was
yeah.
in- Yeah, I forgot
I
it
was
was
gonna
in
say,
there.
you
I
still
saw it. I
got
was like,
those?
yeah, I forgot it was there. I was like, oh
Gosh.
shit. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna smoke this one. Yeah, I'm gonna smoke this one. And in said cup, I have a very, very special blend of vodka and sugar-free fruit punch. It's actually a pretty good mix.
He's
But,
got an adult juicy juice, y'all.
Basically. But it's still fucking delicious. But yeah, man, that's mine. Not too bad so far. I know we've been chopping it up for a little minute, so I've been smoking and drinking just a little bit already. But so far, pretty decent pairing. We'll see how it goes with the rest of the show, sir. How about you?
Cool.
Fucking Beatles everywhere.
Oh yeah, man, it's that time of year. So for
It
me,
is.
I've got a Tatuaje. What is this? Cojono? Man, I never remember. I actually just had one of these last week too. Same exact one, same exact box press. This one is actually burning pretty much better than the last one was, so that's a good thing. And then tonight I've got some, what is this? Charles Goodnight whiskey. Supposed to be a Texas whiskey. I've never tried it before, so if it sucks, I also bought an old favorite. So if you see the switch by the next check-in, you know it wasn't that great. So we'll see what happens. It's a Texas whiskey because it can't really be called bourbon, but I think it's got Texas corn, but it's done in California. So very interesting stuff. I was trying to figure it out on the website before we started. So yeah. Stay tuned. We'll let you know how those accessories treat us going forward.
Yes, sir. All right, man. It's that time again, man. Where we like to bring some positive stuff out there into the world, into the universe or whatever, man. Because there's so much negative shit happening on small scale, the large scale. So it's getting fucking ridiculous. But we call it the what's best in life, man. Because you always got to find what's best. So, brother, what's best in life?
This cigar. How about you?
One of those days. Should get the clips. How many clips you've done that during the fucking It's been quite a few.
It'd be like that, man. Sometimes it'd be. So what's best in life? So today took my son to karate for the first time. He enjoyed that. So that was fun. They basically set me up so where I can't say no going forward. I'm gonna be the asshole of the parent. So it looks like my son will be in karate in the next couple of weeks. But he had fun. I think it's right for him. Let's see, my daughter Simone. She let's see, she is in. She auditioned for show choir. And she is going to be in the band next year. This is all for next year, so we'll see if she makes it next week. And she got all A honor roll again, so that's always exciting.
What instrument?
So clarinet.
Okay.
So it's kind of interesting. You had to come to the school and like you met with the different like almost section leaders for the different instruments or whatever, and they would talk to you about what you like, what you do, and stuff like that. And so when she got to the trumpet guy was like, her lips might be a little too full to play the trumpet. And I was like, what the fuck you mean? One of the greatest trumpet players of all time has some big old lips. You can do it, no problem. And I mean, Simone's don't really have like super full of lips. So I was like, well, shut up, man. What are you talking about? But she didn't want to play it anyway. So she decided on clarinet. So she's excited.
Oh, well, at least you got to pick.
Yeah. Oh, if she didn't get to pick, I wasn't gonna just let you play anything.
Yeah.
It was your choice or nothing. Because I don't want you in the instrument you don't like, and I didn't pay for it, and we sitting over here pissed off together. So, nah, that's a no for me. That's a no for me. Let's see. Espressos are coming really good, so that's fun. So next week, probably, I guess about the time this episode will come out, I'm having my first ever, I guess, meetup on, I guess, a digital meetup, Zoom type thing with some other creators. So that's gonna be exciting. Yeah. So
awesome.
I actually put that together. Had the idea over Christmas break, started reaching out, and they was like, "Yeah, I've been meaning to hit you up too." So
that's dope.
We'll see what comes out of that. So that's kind of exciting. Work is work. It's the same. It pays my life. It funds my lifestyle, as they say. So that's that. So I don't want to gloss over this, but I'm going to say it because again, this really illustrates the point that we try to make with what's best in life. So we lost my mother-in-law. I guess it's been almost 2 weeks ago now. So she passed. And we had her service last weekend. So that's why we haven't been on here doing this thing, because we've been dealing with that whole thing.
That's what you gotta do, man.
Yes, definitely. She will definitely be missed. Great woman, just great person overall. She's definitely gonna be missed. And so, in that, looking at the positive, I mean, it was a great service, a great dedication to her. You got to see a lot of people whose lives she impacted, so that was pretty cool. What was also even cooler about it is the support that came out, not only for her, but for us, Kim and I. So, like, a lot of our friends came. So, like, Mom came, Andrina came, your wife came. So, my best friend since forever came. One of Kim's good friends came. Her best friend since forever came. Some of our friends from Texas flew out. So definitely, I mean, it shows like the network we've built, the friends we have, just great people, man. And it's great to have, as much as I say I don't like people, it's great to have a good few people in your corner that you can really call on. They can really support you. And even as we were going through things in the time, definitely supportive of us, man. So thankful for all of them. Thankful for everything that they did for us. If it was just watching the kids or helping out with the kids or getting food for us or just being there. So definitely was appreciative of that. So, I mean, like I said, cigar is the WIBL. So, yay, WIBL.
All right.
Might be something else in there somewhere squeezed in for real.
I'm sure there's something else.
We'll think of something. We'll see as you go. So, with that being said, I don't even know if I can say it or not right now, but what is best in life?
All right, man. Let's go down the list, and I think I know what you're talking about. And if you're talking about the same thing, that's gonna be the
My
last.
Man one. Got a snino.
Yeah, I done had this shit for years too.
I was gonna say that looked like government issue.
It was.
I know.
So the first thing, while this was all we, shit. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna start with the one thing for the WIBL, man. We call it. It's kind of like on some Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings type shit. And my wife said it, and I was like, yeah, that's gonna stick. And it was the weekend of 4 parties. So right. See, I knew it's gonna get you. I knew it was gonna get
you. This got to be like episode 17 or something. Got to be.
Right. So we had the weekend of 4 parties, man. Kevion had went to a birthday party. We did a party for Tanya. Shania had a birthday party, and L'Oreal had her birthday party. So we had all that shit going on between that Friday and that Sunday. It went so fast your fucking head will spin. So that was that, but all of it was good.
Like our weekends, man.
Too much to recap on, but I know Tanya's birthday. Tanya hasn't really celebrated her birthday since you know what I'm saying, before the year before Dad passed away. So I wanted to do this. Was the whole party thing was my fucking idea. And we put it together, had a taco bar and shit with nachos and shit, and we got Tanya fucked up. It was a good time.
Ain't never heard nobody cuss so much about a celebratory thing.
Gosh. But It was quite a few people there. Both of Nard's sisters were there. I think one of her brother-in-law's Goran. I think he showed up. You might know Goran. He went to Glen Hills around the same time as you did. Um, who else was
I
there?
think I met
Janae
him
was there.
before at like Tanya's wedding, but
Yeah. Um, Janae, Mama, you know what I'm saying? Mostly everybody that normally shows. Both of them came for a little bit. They was all there, so it was a good time. Lori's birthday was a good time. Shania and them, I wasn't there, but they came home safe. No reports. Nobody's in prison, so they're good. theirs was good too, and it was a good time. And then we followed that up with birthday dinner. So we had a birthday dinner for Shania that weekend after because big 18, you know what I'm saying? My baby girl's not a
yeah,
baby girl anymore. Shout out to
yeah,
her, shout out to Lori, shout out to Tanya, shout out to BJ because we went out for dinner for BJ's birthday earlier this week. It was just,
man,
them
that kid
fucking
makes
March
me laugh
birthdays,
so
man.
much.
Oh, he's fucking hilarious, man. And it's even more so now that he's older. It's fucking great. Um we're gonna go into the anime front, man. I've completely
Oh
like
yeah,
I haven't watched nothing old, brother, in a
you
while. In a while,
go
I haven't
on.
watched nothing old. I just finished The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. That shit was fucking good. I enjoyed that shit.
That's on my list. Okay.
Um, I'm watching. It's a long ass title, but it has he's an appraiser in it. It says
Yeah,
appraiser.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm on a second episode of that. That seems really, really real good. And then fucking Windbreaker is back. I'm waiting for that to
Mm-hmm.
fucking build up. Solo leveling. I'm waiting for the last couple of episodes to be dubbed, and I'm gonna
Yo,
finish it.
we
I can't
finished.
fucking wait. I can't
Oh,
fucking
oh,
wait.
oh,
I can't fucking wait.
oh,
It's
oh.
and there's so much good shit. Devil May Cry's on my list. I'm not a Devil May Cry
Mm-hmm.
fan as far as the game goes, but
I
the
played
anime
the first
looks
one.
pretty fucking cold. And
The first
there's
anime
a
was kind of trash, but this one looks good.
and there's another show that me and Kevin was watching. He ended up stop watching. I kept watching the shit. Fuck y'all. I don't care if it's kid stuff. I'm almost
It'd be
40. I
like
do what
that.
the fuck I want. Suck it. But the Wolf
Aggressive,
King
man.
on
Watch what you watch.
Wolf King on Netflix, man. That shit
Yo,
was actually pretty fucking good so
I
far, man.
watched the
Like,
trailer for that, and I was like,
yeah,
"Wait a
yeah,
minute,
yeah.
this is Y
You like it.
7?
Yeah.
Huh?"
That shit's good.
So,
That shit's pretty
so I have it
fucking
say to
good.
watch with the family. So good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Cause they got like a whole bunch of were families. It's not just
Yeah,
werewolves. You
yeah,
got
yeah.
like were
Mm-hmm.
bears and all this other shit. Like I
Yeah.
was even thinking about the books too, man. I'm gonna start getting the books because it's based off of some
Mm.
book. But yeah, shit's pretty damn good. That's it for the anime, man. I talked about Tiny's birthday already. School is going good. I really feel like my advisor fucking screwed me, but I'm still making it do what it do. 3 A's, 1 D, but that D is gonna turn into a C by the time we fucking finish. Melanie Warriors is doing fucking great, man. I've
Finally
broken
broke 200.
200.
Finally broke
I'm almost
200.
at like
Yes.
I think I'm at like 209 right now on
Mm-hmm.
uh YouTube. Now TikTok a couple days ago, my shit just went crazy. I got like almost 30 fucking followers in like a day. So that shit was fucking nuts. That's going good. I'm starting to post more about different type of shit. I don't know if you've seen my TikToks. You don't even go on TikTok like that, but they up there.
I'm terrible about
Um,
TikTok.
and then yesterday, where I interviewed for it's called the Veteran Curation Program, and they pretty much
Mm-hmm.
repackage and put old artifacts on federal sites into a database and make it
Mm-hmm.
current. And I interviewed for that, and I got the fucking position, man. I got it yesterday, so I start
Oh, cool.
on May 5th, and at the end of that, I even get a cert to be a forensic photographer. I get a forensic photography cert by the end
Mm-hmm.
of it. So I'm really excited about doing that shit. I love fucking history, and I'm curious to see what the fuck they done found, man. I'm really curious. It's gonna be really
Yeah. I
interesting.
think I know
So
somebody that did that a while ago.
I can't wait, man. And today Trey
That's
did this
good.
program. Trey Sean did this program called construction ready. It's like a 20-day class, and it gets them the skills to be get in the construction field. And they even got matched up
Mm-hmm.
with a position. Like he already has a position already
Oh,
before he even fucking walk across the
that's
stage,
impressive.
bro.
That's impressive.
So shout out to Trey, man. Shout out to Tyler, the twins. I haven't checked
Yeah.
on them this week, but he just had the twin boys, my godsons. I tried to bow
Mm-hmm.
out of it. He wouldn't let me. So
No.
shout out to them, man, Jacoby and Levi. And speaking of babies, Trayshawn's baby will be here probably sometime next week.
Mm.
So it's this
Yeah,
the it's
that's
the
right.
fucking year of babies, man.
Oh, I
I
know.
got I took a trip in my favorite rocket ship and went to do a thing. And I only got one more motherfucking payment of child support, dog. We almost out of there, baby. We almost done, goddamn. So
So
I'm
you got the month
excited
of
about
April, and
that.
that's it, huh?
May. I got one more May.
May.
Last one's in May.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Because it's over with when she graduates. I did a little bougie move and upgraded our cabin on the cruise, man. So I do have the balcony now.
There you
So
go.
that shit was a hell of a deal, man. I tried to do that shit without a deal, and they was talking about $500. I said, yeah, fuck that and that balcony. And then I got an email saying, hey, you could upgrade for
Mm-hmm.
X amount of dollars. And I was like, shit, yeah, I can't beat that.
Mm-hmm.
Upgrade. They must have knew I got paid that day. So I upgraded. Assassin's Creed Shadows came out. I've been really excited. They've been pushing it back, pushing it back. And I'm just gonna say it's not that great.
So I was talking to my nephew at the he's I guess my brother-in-law's oldest son. Huge. He said the same thing.
Yeah, it's not that great. It's really not that great. They could have did way better with that. And then lastly, I don't know if I've mentioned it on any episode, but I've been doing Tai Chi on Tuesdays. This Tuesday is my last day doing Tai Chi. It's been good, man. I wish they had like a level up class type shit where you could just keep going up and learn more, but they don't. It's the VA. So I'm gonna try to find. I'm looking into some on my own.
YouTube University, man, all day.
That too. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, before I move on, I've been saying it for episodes. Something big is in something big announcement or whatever, and I had to wait just a little while. But KC Fowler is gonna be a fucking grandfather, man.
Paul.
It's actually Papa. I'm gonna be Papa. Keita's daddy is Papa. You know what I'm saying? But and then, they had a whole little thing where it was the gender reveal. We had gender reveal. At the gender reveal, they said it was a girl. There was a little mix up with the paper. So I'm actually having a grandson, not a granddaughter, man. And I'm so excited. I'm going to show this to him one day, hopefully when he gets older. But Nazir, we can't wait to see you, man. Can't fucking wait. And then his name is Nazir, man. Lil Nas.
Cool.
So, yeah, everybody's excited, man. It's a great thing. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say after that one, man. But that's what's best of life.
Nobody does. I mean, I was gonna talk about my little anime that I watched too, because we didn't watch some anime too. But hell, ain't no point now.
I'm sorry, man.
What's that? Great nephew, I guess
that's your great nephew.
Yeah. So I told him when I found out that I'm gonna call him a different granddad name every time I talk to him. So Pop, Paul, Gigi, Pop, Paul, Pappy. So y'all give me them granddad names so I can have a whole list of them.
Put the granddad names in the comments, man. Granddads who knocking on 40, stand up, baby. Put something in the comments.
Cool, man. Cool. That's awesome. So everybody, with that, since we didn't end it properly, that is what's best in life.
So man, I was on TikTok the other day, and I was scrolling. I was like, "Ooh, what the fuck is this?" So I saw the new little fingerprint biometric firearm that they have that's only built for like you, and like you can only unlock it with your eye or some shit like that, or something like that. But I saw it and I thought it was interesting. And my first thought is, do you think it's a good idea? And my second thought is, would you actually want to own that shit?
No and no.
Okay.
I think it's one of those things that's a good idea on paper.
Right.
But here's the thing. I mean, now if you can have like multiple profiles, like you can on like a phone or some shit, or like a computer, then okay. But let's say I have a biometric yada yada yada, and it's at the house. It's paired to my fingerprint, my retinal scan or face or whatever it's paired to. And something happens, and Kim has to use the firearm, and she can't because it's paired to me.
Yeah.
That right there is the failure in it right there. I mean, it's perfect if you're talking about like a bad guy, if you will, using your stuff. In that particular scenario, I get it. I understand. And that makes sense. But I'd rather run the risk of that than run the risk of having somebody in my family need to use something and they can't because it's paired to me. I mean, I
Absolutely.
like the technology. The technology is interesting. It's fascinating. And the other thing that I worry about is the delay. I mean, because think about sometimes when your phone don't open and lock right for your face or your eyeball
Yeah.
or your
Mm-hmm.
thumbprint or whatever phone you're using.
Yeah.
So those seconds make a difference. I mean, that's why you train to shave off seconds off your draw time. So I don't want to give myself another disadvantage by saying, "Oh wait, hand," and then like, does your hand have to go into a perfect spot, or
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, or is there like a range? Because like like when phones first had like thumbprints, you could only put your finger in one spot. So if it's kind of like that, okay, we're talking heat of the moment. You never know how you're gonna reach that firearm. You're going for the best you can. You might be offhand. Did you pair both hands to it? I mean, because that's a thing too. Um, you know, are you injured? Do you have, are you bleeding? I mean, because that's all those things have to be factored in. Like in those particular situations, there's more scenarios to me where it can work to your disadvantage than it can work to your advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And because
Absolutely.
of that, thinking about it, I mean, it makes good talking about it. It's a good thought exercise, but I would never own one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I won't say I would never own one. I take that back. I would never own one for the intent of home defense or self defense. I wouldn't mind owning one for like a range toy or something like that, but I wouldn't own it and that'd be my primary firearm that I carry.
Yeah. Hell no.
I mean, because I mean, and the other thing too is you're also injecting software into something where you've introduced another failure point. I mean, think about like people who like old cars because they don't want, the computer screen to fail, the tech, because I mean, I've got a newer car
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes the screen don't act right. Whereas, you get in a regular car, you turn on the radio and you good to go.
I prefer old
It don't
school,
know.
but damn, sir.
I mean, and that's how some people are. So, I mean, I don't want a situation that's gonna give me a disadvantage by trying to make me safer. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's been safe. The statistics favor safety if you do what you're supposed to do, follow proper firearm handling procedures, lock your stuff up like you're supposed to, all that good stuff. I mean, I'm fine with a biometric safe because I mean those are a little more easy to get in and you can bypass it. But if I got a biometric safe and then I got to do a biometric firearm, yeah, that's just too much. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Man, you literally like opened my brain and just like took everything out of the motherfucker, man. Cause like
Mm,
all of those points were fucking spot on. I was gonna literally say just about the same shit. Hell no, and absolutely no to both of them. Cause like you said, as far as being at home, and my wife would need it or my sons would have to use it and they
yeah.
can't fucking use it, that's an
Hmm.
absolute fucking problem for me. And then the next thing
Hmm.
you mentioned about like with your fingerprint, like biometric stuff where you have to have it completely like that, this motherfucker right here, man, I gotta make sure my fucking index finger is positioned just in the right fucking way to get that motherfucker to unlock. Ain't nobody got
I don't
time
have
for
that
that shit.
problem.
You got fuck you and everybody that uses Apple. I said except for my kids and my mom. I love y'all. Um
You and your wife the only ones.
and we gonna hold out till the end. And Keontae, because we buy his shit, so he ain't got no choice right
Soon as he gets to buy it, he'll
now.
understand.
Shut up, damn it. But yeah, as far as me having one in my own house, hell no. I absolutely wouldn't fucking want one. And then you gotta think about the malfunctions that come with technology as a fucking whole. Ain't no telling if that shit a fucking fingerprint and that shit a negligent discharge or some shit. I feel like it takes the control away from the person with this kind of type of firearm and the type of person type of shooter I was trained to be. I like to have full control of that weapon, man. I like to have full control of that tool. I feel like all
Hmm.
that technical shit with the biometrics and the it does this and this that and fucking it plays fucking the baby on the side when you're not shooting and all this other dumb shit. That it's not reliable to me. And if I need something
Hmm.
that's gonna save my fucking life or feed my family if I'm a hunter, you know what I'm saying? Because people go hog hunting. Can you imagine hog hunting with a biometric fucking weapon? That
I
motherfucking
wouldn't
hog will
even.
kill the shit
I
out
would
you.
even consider it.
You're gonna be
Give
dead
me
dead.
give me something that's 20 years old. It's got some rounds in it. It's
Yeah.
properly lubed and clean all day.
Now, like what you said is, a little range toy, something I just specifically go to the range and shoot,
Hmm.
which I have those here too. I would definitely do that, or try it. I would definitely want to shoot it.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
definitely
yeah,
want
yeah.
to see
Sure.
how it works and the mechanics of it and everything that's built behind it. Because when it comes to firearms, I'm starting to become a little bit of a fucking nerd with the breakdowns and everything since I went to little armor school a couple years ago. But I digress.
Remember when he
But
said he wasn't buying no firearms, everybody, and I told him
I
he
ain't
was
bought none.
lying.
I ain't bought none. I ain't bought none. I
Not
already know what I
yet.
want though. I really want a bullpup really bad. But
I don't.
I want one really, 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 really bad. Or if not a bullpup, I forgot the name of it, but it's the one with the 2 barrels on top, 2 on the bottom, and you rack it like this. I want a new
You don't
shotgun.
want that.
I want a new shotgun. I just don't know
You
what I want
scared of
yet.
your shotgun? You definitely. Mm.
I don't even own it anymore. It's gone. I want a
Oh.
new one. Because that just off topic right quick, because the shotgun is that act right. You hear that yak yak, you gonna think twice before you fucking run on my shit, and I ain't even got to shoot you.
So I've heard that a lot. I don't know if I believe it. Because think about it. It is not as loud as it sounds in the movies. And if I rack that and I'm in my room and you didn't just kick my door, you're not gonna hear that.
My mouse bird, you can hear that bitch from downstairs. I tested it.
I mean, you can hear it, but you're not gonna be like, oh, he just racked the Mossberg 910. Or what is it? 900? Yeah.
Fair enough.
So
Fair
I mean,
enough,
I think I think that's a lot more myth than reality.
we're gonna get back to that one too. Preferred weapons of choice or some shit like that. I think that'll be a good topic for
Or
next
like
time.
home defense weapons of choice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
fun.
think
That's
that'll
fun.
that'll be fun. That'll be fun. And there'll be no limit either, not just firearms. I think we do. I need to make the note or you real quick. Sorry, y'all.
We'll make it at the break.
All right.
Simple
But
answer,
yeah,
all of them.
the last thing I got on this one is there's a place for technology in my opinion, and there's a place that technology shouldn't even touch. A firearm is definitely not one of those. You have to be in the right state of mind. You need to have the right training. You need to have, you know what I'm saying, the what if scenarios in your mind. What if this happens? Can I shoot this? Can I do that? Like you said, if it's already set for your right hand, if you're a right-handed shooter and that hand is disabled, how the fuck you gonna shoot your weapon if you fucking need to? Like you said, on paper it's great, but if you put that shit in actual practice, no, that should be a fucking fail. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. What I think about this little new high tech fucking Elon Musk firearm. I don't know if I should say his name on here or not, but I just did.
I mean, you probably be all right. Now, some people might not like you for it, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't no shot at him. I was just saying the technology wise of the firearm.
Well, I wouldn't even
like
have
to
taken
the
that like that.
Tesla.
I mean, even if it was
But
like a praise thing, either way.
Yeah, I
Damn
really
if you
don't
do,
give a
damn if
fuck.
you don't. Damn
I
if
really
you,
don't
damn
care.
if you don't.
Yeah, indeed, I don't care either way.
So, one thing you did say, and I wanted to come back on a little bit, is you said you were worried about a negligent discharge. The way I understood it when I looked into it a little bit is I wouldn't be worried about that. I'd be worried about it not firing more so than it actually discharging. I mean, because you think about it, for it to negligent discharge, it would have to bypass the thing and then get to the mechanical act of firing the weapon. It's not going to do that. It's not going to, strike the, the firing pin is not going to strike the little, I forget the word, the little squib. I can't think of the word right now. Drawing a blank, the little circle in the middle that his thing. I can't think of that word right now. Primer. Yes, primer. So yeah, it's not going to strike the primer. So you wouldn't have to worry about that. You have to worry about it, going through all the situation, but then the software not actually unlocking to let it do the thing. I mean, just thinking about like how the software works, because the software wouldn't activate it. It would, because it'll never control the firing. It'll control the not firing, if that makes sense.
It does, but the only thing I'd have to say to that was the electrical components that would allow you to do the biometrics could malfunction and cook off a round.
So
yeah, it could possibly. That's just how I think about it. Because when it comes to firearms, I think of every scenario possible that could go wrong. Could go
right.
wrong.
I mean, I think it's a scenario, but I think just thinking about it, because I don't think that the software controls the action. I mean, unless there's like a
I get what
short,
you're saying. Yeah,
because it's not gonna pull it back and it'll prevent it from happening, but it'll never. I don't think it would force it, depending on how the technology works.
Yeah.
Now,
So
if
it's
it's
more
like
like
an
a
assistant,
biometric safety.
yeah, it is. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, exactly.
Got it. Okay, I see what you're saying.
So yeah, it's more like the safety not disengaging when the signals that it engages, or yeah, it's signaling that it's disengaged but it's still engaged is more of my concern.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there you go.
I like it.
Cool. So what you think? Would you guys have a biometric firearm? If you would, why?
And if you wouldn't, why?
Also, why? Right.
Put some in the comments, man. We love to hear it, man. We love to hear it.
All right, man. How are your accessories treating you so far?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I mean, the cigar is pretty decent. It was tunneling for a minute, but I kind of did some weird little lighter thing with it with the little crackhead lighter. This is what I'm using to light my my cigars with today. Don't judge me.
As I'm thinking about buying an expensive lighter, you went with the straight.
The crackhead
It ain't
lighter.
even a big, bruh.
The crackhead lighter. Hey,
man, I posted a video with one of those lighters in my thing. Half the comments was get you a big. You don't have. It still got lighter fluid in it after all these years.
Yeah, bigs are fucking amazing. But it was tunneling, but it's burning pretty good now, man. And
good.
My drink is my drink. I'm definitely gonna drink something new next recording, though. I don't know what yet. It might be brown, it might be another white, but I'm gonna drink something new next one. How about yours, bro?
All right, so the cigar is good. A lot of people really like Tatuaje cigars. They're not in my top. They're not bad, but this one, and this is probably my third one of these. And this is probably the best one out of the three that I've had. Same cigar, same box press, everything. Same Vitola, everything. So not bad. The whiskey, initial sip, I did not like it. But as it opened up a little bit and as it paired with the cigar, it's actually quite delicious. It's got a lot of little flavor notes in there, and especially for the price. I mean, it wasn't like cheap, but it wasn't like as expensive as the other whiskey I bought. So not bad at all.
That's good. I know you was on the fence about it. That's why you brought your secondary out. So that's dope.
Yep. So yeah, not bad. So we'll let you know our final thoughts at the end.
Yes, sir. So yeah, man, I was seeing I see this shit all the time. They talk about it up there where I work at, man. How the stock market is just shit right now. I think it was I seen something lost 2 billion or something like that. Am I in that ballpark figure? Am I right?
I mean, I don't know the numbers, but there's a significant loss. I think this is the biggest loss in 5 years. I think or something like that.
Yeah. I seen something in the billions at one point, but even though it's still a lot. So I thought about it, and with your, you know what I'm saying, your experience. I'm not saying that you're an expert. You work for fucking Schwab and them and no shit like that, man. But you know what I'm saying. Do you think now with everything that's going on with the tariffs and all that other bullshit, is now a good time for new investors? I want people that just getting into stocks and stuff. Is this a good time for them to get in?
So if you want, simple answer is yes. Hell yes. Definitely yes. The complicated answer is a little more nuanced than that. So if you want to get into trading right now, unless you're comfortable with trading to the downside, I would stay away. But if you're just talking invest, buying stocks and hold, then oh yeah, definitely. I mean, because this is what they consider stocks are on sale right now.
Clearance.
Because right now, me and Kim were texting today, what's on our list? What we buying and how much we buying? So I was sending her screenshots of certain stocks going, I was like, time to stock up. So here's how it works. So a particular stock, right, that I had my eye on, it's down to $80 a share right now. Just a couple weeks ago was $140, $120 a share, right? So when shit comes down, if I liked it at 120, I should still like it at 80. knowing that at some point in time it'll get to 120 and beyond. And if I buy it at 80, the return on investment is going to be a lot better than if I would have bought it at 120.
Absolutely.
So that is why, and it's kind of hard to mentally wrap your brain around that, and it's kind of counterintuitive a little bit to try to buy. I mean, and every investing YouTuber says it. It's a Buffett quote, allegedly. I don't even know if he actually said it or he's kind of slightly been misquoted, but they say sell when people are greedy and buy when people are fearful, or something along those lines.
Interesting.
So like when all the news is saying, oh, it's red, historic lows, stuff like that, that's when you should be like, yo, what is on my list? What am I gonna buy? Now that I've said that, you have to be in the position to be able to do that. So if you don't know your future of your job, or you may lose your job, or you're in a lot of debt or anything like that, like if you're in credit card debt, unless you can get like 17% on the stock and you guaranteed it, I wouldn't worry about it right now. Pay that off, because that's the better bet. Pay that credit card debt off, and then get yourself into a point where you can, and give yourself a little runway to actually have your finances in order. So if your finances in order, you got a good handle on your bills, you got a little extra money, then yes, it is a fantastic time to invest right now. It is one of the, especially if it's good companies that you want to buy and hold, like a Microsoft or a Netflix, or those household names that you know ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's gonna
this
shoot
is when
back
you
up.
this is when you snatch them up,
Yeah.
because this is the time when they are on sale. So I guess to answer the question simply, yes, if you can afford it.
Well, appreciate it, man. I was really asking that question for myself, because I need to build my portfolio back up, because unforeseen events had me to do things I need to do to fucking make sure my family's good. So
and that's way more important than trying to put money in the market.
Absolutely. So I would say everything that you said is fucking spot on. Basically, if you could do it, do it. And I'm starting to learn that over the past few years, just doing a little bit. I know what stocks is. When it's low, that's when you want to buy, depending on what it is. I want to, in my opinion, I can't speak for you, but for me, like, it depends on what it is.
Always.
How far it's dropping, you know what I'm saying? You want to definitely look at that, see what other outside sources are saying, the YouTube experts, check the Dow Jones shit. I mean, I would do all of that first, because I'm really, this time around, when it comes to my stocks and stuff, because beforehand I was just kind of oh, I'll put $20 here, I'll put
that's
$40
not
here, I'll put
bad if you
$20 here.
doing it on good companies.
Yeah, and it didn't work. It worked out pretty good. It worked out pretty good. I listened to you. I listened to Tyler, and it worked out pretty good for me, which was indeed a reason why I could still make sure my family was straight when we was fucked up out here. But for people that's getting in right now, make sure, like you said, make sure your job is secure. You definitely got to make sure your job is secure, because I know a lot of people are going through that right now. I know they're also hiring a lot of people back right now. It's a lot of back and forth shit that's going on, and the prices for fucking everything is fucking rising and shit like that. I think there's probably even inflation on fucking prostitutes and shit out here right now.
So there is actually called a stripper index.
No shit.
So yes, I heard about it about a couple weeks ago, and what it is it's not an official count, but they tell how well the economy is doing based on strippers saying how generous the people are tipping in the clubs.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And
it's not scientific at all, but interesting.
Strip clubs is one of those essential worker type of fucking jobs, man. There always need a strip club somewhere. There's always a fucking man somewhere that want to see some fucking titties and throw some ones. It's always gonna fucking happen. It's always gonna be there. That's really fucking interesting. Matter of fact, we need to see if there's any stripper stocks. Are there any stripper stocks? If you don't know any, y'all put some in the comment, man. Y'all let me know if there's any stripper stocks, because that sounds really fucking interesting. If it's not, and if somebody makes it, Casey Fowler said this shit first on the Fowler's podcast. Bitch, you owe me some money if you do
it. I would say look for stripper adjacent companies.
Stocks. Does Magic City got to stop?
I don't know if the Blue Flame is gonna have a BF ticker or something like that.
Does Blaze have a stock? Y'all don't know what Blaze is. Blaze is,
That's
they
what
do discount lap dances at lunchtime. I digress.
you would know about the lap dance coupons.
but but in all seriousness, man, like y'all just pay attention. Not necessarily pay attention to the news because people can go into that rabbit hole of what's going on in the news right now and get lost.
Mm-hmm.
But just pay attention where you want to invest your money. It's always a good opportunity, in my opinion, to invest your money in some form of fashion. Like you've always told me, you could take $20, you could take
Mm-hmm.
$30, you could take 100, just something real small that you can afford to lose if you lose it. It could go either fuck away. That's the fun thing kind of about stocks, man. It's just like playing like prize picks or DraftKings or some shit like that.
Yes,
You could win big possibly.
yes and no. Playing with the trading, yes, you can like that. But I'm more so for a new person. I'm more so talking about investing, and so I'm more so take that $20 every time you get paid and put it in a good company. So a company that you know is going to be around for a while, like a Coca-Cola. People not going to stop buying Cokes, or a Home Depot. People always going to be a Home Depot or Lowe's or Costco or those companies that always are going to be there. Like for me, I mean, and this may get me canceled or whatever right now, but because of the Target boycott, along with everything that's going on, Target has fallen substantially, and I'm like, Birdman hand rub, like you gonna get some Target over there in this thing.
Hey, fuck that. That's how you eat.
Yep. So
That's
that's
how
what I'm
your great
saying.
grandkids can say they came from old money. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that.
I ain't in a rush to be pawpaw, so
you got a while to go, bro. You got a while to go.
yes,
Enjoy
sir.
it while
Yes,
it
sir.
lasts.
No, I plan on it.
But y'all see my little Nas up here one day. Cause we still
man.
foul language. So y'all gonna see him up here on Papa lap for a second one day.
Pawpaw's
But
lap, boy.
but back on topic, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Damn man.
Just
be
angry,
careful,
bro.
guys. Talk to somebody who knows something. If this is your first time doing it, I mean, I know you say I saw the YouTube video and I read all the books and all this other stuff, but just make sure you have enough information. Make sure your own personal stuff is secure. This is just my opinion, guys. You grown, do what you want to do, but just make sure your stuff is in order before you decide to jump into the investing. Because for some people, that shit could be addictive, just like people buying fucking scratch off lottery tickets.
So, and Robinhood got sued for that.
Yeah, I actually read like the headlines of that. Yeah, I didn't read
the whole you get like because they were saying like they made it too much like a game. I mean, because it's on your app, you don't really feel it. There's confetti when you buy a stock, or all this good stuff, or
that's true.
Whatever, it makes it feel like it's a game and it's fun. And again, it's on your app, so it's disconnected from your real life. Yeah, and then especially the people that selling they're buying options and stuff or selling options, and mess around and get thousands of dollars in whole. And be like, oh, I didn't know that you could lose money and go negative. You can go negative real fast.
Homeless.
You can go negative real fast.
Real shit.
Negative, so and then margin. So another piece, and you just made me think about it. If you're interested and your finances ain't where you need to be, a lot of your apps that are trading, like your WIBLs, I think your Charles Schwab's does it. I know Fidelity does it as well. And if you can't figure it out from there, you can do it on paper. You can do it in a spreadsheet, paper trade. And paper trade is like play money trading. Like I think WIBL will give you like $1 million fake dollars, and you can invest that as you see fit. And you can say, okay, if I bought these stocks, how well did I do in 6 months or a year, whatever the case may be? Or like, pick those companies that you're interested in. Like, let's say you want to buy like QQQ, which is an index fund that tracks the tech sector. You want to buy some of that. So say I go look at what QQQ is today, write that number down, assuming I would have bought it today, and say, well, I don't know what QQQ is right now. I didn't look at it today. I was in meetings all day. Say you buy QQQ and it's $300 today. See what it is in a year from now. If it's like 350 or 100, that shows you real gains, or it shows you what real gains would have been. So once you have your finances in order, you can do it. You've cut your teeth. You can learn the skills what you need in a low stress environment, low risk environment. And once you get some money, you got that bread, right? You can do whatever you want to do and be ready to go.
Hey, this is who I get my advice from, guys. I'm just saying he's not a professional putting that out there, but this is who I get
That's
my
right.
advice from.
Shit, I'm paper
So
trading right now.
yeah, y'all just be careful. And like you said, try the paper trade thing because this is my first time hearing it too. I might jump on that
Mm-hmm.
shit and try to play with it a little bit to get
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, stock
Mm-hmm.
savvy, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all put some in the comments, let us know, man, what y'all investing in. What's good to
Mm-hmm.
invest in? Are you thinking about investing? All that good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Put some in the comments, man. Let us know what's up.
Yeah. And I say, I mean, stick with good companies. I mean, because it's cool, and this is what I had to learn when I was messing around. And I mean, I did all right on some of those, companies that everybody's in YouTube is talking about, like those $3 stocks that jump up to $10 or whatever the case may be. That's cool and it's fun and all, but it's also fun when you buy like a $200 stock that jumps up to like 250, and it's a lot less risk.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's where I like to go, is lowering my risk. Whereas,
I'm happy every time I make money.
yeah, same here, same here. Shoot,
I put
shit,
$20 in on the stock and that bitch jump up to 23. I'm excited as fuck.
as you should be. Yeah, I was mad. I missed the option. Speaking of it, so I knew an option that I've been watching this option for about 3 months. So kind of my paper trading. Um, so right now I'd be up, I think 400% if I would have bought it. So paper
You said
trade
400?
400%.
Damn. Nice.
But that's with options too. So you got to be very careful with options, because options will kick you in the butt real quick. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. Let us know if you're thinking about investing.
For sure.
And yeah, drop the stocks you're looking at in the comments. I don't want to hear any risky stuff. Crypto is cool too. There's a few crypto that I like. I've been in crypto for a minute, and it's been pretty good for me. So can't
Bitcoin
say it's been too
gang.
bad. Oh yeah.
I got $1.60 in Bitcoin right now.
Shit, I've been in Bitcoin since 20,000.
Nice.
So I've been hanging out, and it popped up to 100, down in the 80s right now. So definitely dealing with that.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
So for anybody who follows my channel, know that I kind of deal with the EDC everyday carry segment of the world. Uh, Also in that, there's kind of like, it's kind of like in a video game where you start with a certain skill set and then you can branch your skill tree up. So a lot of times EDC people start in like one area and branch out into other areas, right? And so one area that they can branch in is the prepper type world. And so I don't necessarily branch there, but I kind of keep an eye on it sometimes. And then a friend of mine, his mother-in-law, she's a borderline prepper. And so she's talking about stuff like, make sure you got your water, make sure you got your canned goods. And so she'll be saying stuff like that from time to time. And we need to just get a cow. And she'll just randomly say stuff like that. And so so it got me thinking, and a lot of people are talking about them now on channels now with everything going on. I think people mentioned like the ski mask and stuff like that. So in a SHTF or shit hits the fan scenario, how would you prepare for that?
So Fowler come in. I mean, it's as simple as that, man. Depending on what it is and what aspect of it, I mean, it could be literally shit hits the fan and you got to wipe your ass and you ain't got nowhere to wipe it, or it could be shit hits the fan, nuclear fucking strike, and it's fucking Mad Max around this bitch. I mean, there's levels to that shit hits the fan.
Sure.
You know, scenario. So I mean, how we operate over here when it comes to things like making sure we got uh wipes and different kind of doodads and knickknacks. And I'm sorry guys, y'all ain't gonna get this, but Lamar, my wife's purse is pretty much like mama's trunk.
Magic satchel, bag of plenty.
Yeah, exactly. She's fucking Mary Poppins. Um sorry, babe, love you. But yeah,
Tell her
and
she's
to
gonna
that
be in a
effect.
video and she don't even know it yet.
And then on the other side, you have me who prepares for the violence and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I prepare to defend and protect. I ain't gonna say violence, defend and protect. I'm the one that prepares for the defend and protect. I have something that's close range, I have something that's long range, I have something where you can get to it, he can get to it, they can get to it. I train my children, all that other shit. Everybody is on the fucking same page when it's time, and with everything fucking going on, you hear people talking martial law and all this other stuff. And I know there's certain things we can and can't say, and I don't want to get you jammed up, brother. But I'm just gonna say, just preparing as best you can, man. I know people just panic by it. There's a difference between um preparedness and panic buying. When
Mm-hmm.
the hurricane hit, we made sure we had just enough water to get by. We knew exactly how much food we had. The biggest thing, the problem we had when the hurricane hit was ice and fuel. That was kind of like the two biggest fucking hits that we took, but we was prepared
Mm-hmm.
for it. But you always gotta be prepared for the unexpected, especially in my opinion. No shot to any females or anything like that, especially when you're a man and you're the head of your fucking house. You have to always be prepared for when shit hits the fan. You got to be able to have that cool head. You got to be able to do everything from putting a band-aid on the cut finger to changing the fucking car tire to shooting a motherfucker in the face. You got to be able to do all of those things, in my
There's
opinion,
levels
when
to
shit hits
this.
the fan. Yeah, absolutely there is. You know what I mean? And you got to be ready for that. Like, if you can't even change a fucking tire, fellas, what the fuck are you doing? Like, all my sons know how to change a tire. Mine is Kevion, but it's his turn. I told Keontae earlier I changed the oil today. I said, next time, big fella, that's on you. And just like that, my boys know how to shoot. I'm about to teach myself how to fish and shit like that, so I can teach my boys that shit like that. Just
Mm-hmm.
different skills like that a man should definitely have when, as you put it, a shit hits the fan scenario. Because when shit hits the fan, you only need that one person with a calm head. If everybody's panicking around you and you're the one that's keeping the calm head, you'll be more able to direct the situation. Whatever that shit that hit the fan was, you'll be able to handle it, man. So I think you just got to be prepared as you can. Make sure you have a partner. Make sure you have a plan. Make sure you fucking train. We say that shit a lot over the years on this, man. Whatever it is, train on it. Whether it's first aid, whether it's shooting, hell, whether it's cooking, whether it's fucking finding what's edible out in gardens and shit like that, man. I mean, just be prepared for whatever you need
Mm-hmm.
to be prepared for. What you think, bro?
All right. So, where do I even begin? So, one
I
thing
know
I
I kind
talked
of
about,
went for a minute.
you did, and that's good. So, one thing you talked about is the calm head and staying calm in the scenario. So, I've always likened myself to the rudder. So, if you're familiar with the boat, the rudder is a little piece at the back of the boat under the water that when you turn the wheel, it steers the boat. You're not gonna see it. It's not a lot of movement, a lot of fanfare, but it controls everything. That's kind of how I akin myself to. It's just the rudder. So a little bit of movement goes a long way to making directions happen. So with that in mind, I kind of plan everything based on that fact. So knowing that if things go left, everybody's gonna be looking at me. So the first thing, so initially years ago, I always said my plan would be to make it up to where dad's at and get to where he's at and be there and kind of hunker down where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Not the case anymore. Can't do that. So right now we gonna play a tower defense game. So that's kind of the philosophy that we take is tower defense. So you hear like in the world you hear like bug out bags and stuff like that. Matter of fact, over the weekend, uh, yeah, a nephew asked me what's in my bug out bag, and I was like, I don't have one really. I mean, because I'm more um stay home, survive in my house than bug out. I'm not trying to
That's smart.
leave my house where everything's at to go. So, and, I mean, but there are scenarios where you have to leave your house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I'd rather have a get home bag where, like, your car is stranded for some reason and you need to get home. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna have like the radio. Got to get the radio. That's one thing I'm probably gonna buy here real soon. Is a radio, one of those hand crank radios that you can use it. It'll also provide power to your phone. You just got to
Mm.
charge it, or it's solar powered. So that's something I want to get into. I've been thinking about. I've got a good buddy of mine. He's less than a mile away, putting some walkie talkies in his house, or some kind of communication, so him
Walkie
and I can
talkies are
communicate.
definitely.
Yeah. So thinking about doing that, just so we had that line. So 2 households is better than 1 in all scenarios.
Absolutely.
And then I've got my neighbors across the street, and a couple other neighbors. We would be kind of clicked in, and we could kind of take over the world or whatever and form our empire. If it gets into a Mad Max event, and we gonna rule shit. But all serious, in all seriousness, no. It's levels, like you said. So first of all, making sure the house is secure and always secure. And one thing, and I referenced this just last week or so, is I think it's like the 10 levels of home defense or something like that, where it starts on like the outer perimeter from like cameras and drones and lights and stuff like that, to like dogs and inside and firearms and all that kind of stuff, and communication and central controlling of lights and stuff like that. The next thing I'm trying to get into is some of those portable power banks, like the big ones, like the Anchor Solis and stuff like that you can easily get to run your whole house. Or because I don't want a gas powered generator. Luckily where we live, we're on the same grid as the hospital. And so we've only lost power for a significant amount of time once in the 15 plus years we've been here. And that was about a couple months ago. And it was only like 4 or 5 hours because somebody blew a transformer. And so
10 days is hell.
I bet. So, and I mean, I think about like what messes with how I think is what you guys went through a few years before that, when people were stranded on 95 because of the snowstorms. So I think about like, how would we manage in those kind of situations? And you said like ice was the big thing. So ice means storing your food. Food is the primary thing, and making sure you have food that's shelf stable and can handle those 10 days. Make sure we have that. And cooking like you can. So if that's a grill or an electric stove or a gas stove or whatever like that. And going back to it, I wouldn't want a gas power generator because they make noise. So when our power went out that time, our neighbor a couple houses down had the generator going. In this situation, we know power's gonna come back on soon, no big deal. But in a situation where things ain't great and we don't know when they're gonna get better, if they're ever gonna get better, a loud generator is the last thing you want, because we're gonna be like, oh, they got power over there, they got stuff that they power, and so they're gonna be the first to get robbed. So making sure that my house is as low profile, as least of a target as possible is going to be my primary goal. Making sure that you don't even want to come into this house because it doesn't look appetizing. But then if it gets to the point where you're like, I don't care, I'm going here, you don't want to come in this house, it is the next goal.
You gonna get your head chewed up, talking about appetizing, get your head chewed up.
And that's the next phase of making sure that if you come in here, if you leave, you're not going to leave the way you came. And so just making sure everything is prepared for that, making sure the kids are good, not only just fed and everything like that, making sure there's little games, kind of like you guys did. I mean, you guys literally went through a SHTF scenario for a good little minute. And so those things, I'm sure, help frame, how you do things going forward, because it can happen again.
And that one, I know I said as men, we got to take the lead and all that other stuff. But you know what I'm saying? That's where putting your pride and ego to the side comes in, because in that particular scenario, my wife is used to shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The hurricanes and all that other stuff and tsunamis and shit in Guam. She's used to all of that. So she knew how to react to living like that on a, I guess you could say, urban side, garrison side. Let's just say that. The garrison side of things. And I'm used to doing it on, deployment out in the field type things. And we combine like Voltron and make that shit fucking happen, man. You definitely got to have a team. My bad,
bro. That's good, man. You definitely got to make sure y'all all on the same page, because the last thing you want when you're trying to figure out resources and safety and all that stuff is y'all arguing internally, because that's not going to be efficient. That's not going to help you out at all. I mean, y'all going to have different ideas on how to do things, and you're going to work to your advantage or your disadvantage. I'm sorry. You're going to mess around and make yourself a target.
That's the arguing ones. They don't get along. Let me see if I can just go ahead and slide in here and see what I can do.
You sitting kicked out your own house looking stupid.
Yep.
You and your fingerprinted firearm, because you can't use it because the battery ain't charged.
Trying to get your residuals.
I almost spilled my whiskey on that one.
But yeah, man, like the shit at the fans moment, you never know when that shit coming, man. You never fucking know.
I
Like
mean, and also go ahead.
we talked about the hurricane and shit. We didn't think that shit was gonna happen. We thought we was gonna get some rain. It's Augusta. We ain't gonna see that shit. But you know, you wake up to no power, and then day 4 you ain't got no power. Day 8 you ain't got no power. You in line at Walmart and shit like that for 2 hours just to get in for a little bit, and motherfuckers fighting at the gas pumps. I mean, it's you got to be always be prepared, man. Stay ready, man. Stay
Yeah.
ready. One of the mottos in one of my units I was in was always ready, because you always got to be ready, man. You never know what the fuck gonna happen.
Yeah, the most we've had is the ice storms,
Mhm.
where we were kind of just sheltered in. And I mean, the most we never thankfully had power go out. We had water go out for a few days and prepping for that. I mean, luckily there was snow. And I mean, it was so amazing that people were like, they didn't know what to do. It was like, guys, get you a tub full of snow. It melts and turns to water.
Yeah.
Why you shouldn't be, cooking with that. I mean, if you absolutely have to, you can, but know how to deal with the water, know how to treat water. Buy you a couple life straws so you can drink with those. They're not that expensive.
Yeah. And
Just making sure you prepare.
It really boils down to, like you got to be able to survive. Like some people just ain't gonna make it. I mean, that's
You're
just
right. You absolutely right.
Some people just can't make it. They can't do it. But you gotta get that something in you. You gotta have that something in you to survive from that shit. You can't just, oh my god, no food, no power, and just sitting. No, you gotta get up and fucking go get it, man. Like I called it hunting and gathering. Like after a while, the shit was kind of fun to me. I ain't even gonna lie, it was kind of fun.
Yeah,
it sucked, but it was kind of fun at the same time, because it was kind of like, what if something like really happened, nuclear wise?
I mean, because once the basic needs are met, you good.
Happy as shit. We find ice, happy as a motherfucker. We find water, happy as a motherfucker. You saw the
Right, and
picture.
just think, you have a
was out
solar
here
power
cooking wieners.
battery thing.
We started cooking wieners, cuz, on the fucking fire pit. We was out here doing it, man.
You know what I'm saying? You have a solar power one of them solar powered battery joints. Keep your refrigerator good.
Yep.
Or a small refrigerator good. Man, you good.
Yep. And that was one of the ideas Janeke had. What we bought the little solar things that go outside for like the lawn and shit. And that was our light in the fucking house. We wasn't burning power, wasn't burning candles. It was a genius fucking idea, man. That's where I say teamwork come in. And she's the brains. I was the little brawn.
There's so much I can do with that.
I know it is. But
I mean, the brains piece, the little brawn. Man, I'm just gonna leave it alone. You go ahead, man. You keep talking.
But that's really it, man. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know how it's gonna happen, but it's always good to be prepared. There's a such thing as over preparedness, and them people kind of, I think they need to go talk to somebody. But there is a fine line where you're prepared as you can be, and there's also times where you're not gonna be prepared. It's gonna be times where shit just fucking pop off, and you got to jump off on the fly. But that's when you gotta, kind of lock in just a little bit. Don't let your emotions get in the way. Think a little logically. Depend on the people that you can actually depend on. And something about shit like that is people's true colors is always gonna fucking show. So you'll really see who's really about that shit and who's really for you and who really fucking wasn't, man. It's eye-opening shit. Just do what you can, be prepared. We don't know what we in for here in these coming days. I ain't gonna speak too much on that, but just do what you can to take care of your household, man. Don't worry about what's going on in everybody else's house. Just do what you can for yours and be safe.
Don't be taking blankets from Family Dollar, people. Don't be getting your comforter sets from Family Dollar.
This motherfucker here, boy.
Can't believe some of the stuff that I saw when y'all was going through what y'all were going through, man. It was wild. The fact that not only was it happening, the fact that people were recording it. It was wrong on both fronts.
Same.
Yeah. One, you got better stuff to do with your phone in this town, in this climate. And two, the fact that you actually going to Family Dollar to get that comforter set.
Insane. We was up early in the morning to go hunting and gathering and back, and it was something, man. It was something, and just shout out to everybody that had to deal with Helene while we on it. Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
y'all. We made it. Shout out to my
Mm-hmm.
kids, man, because all five of them did well. That was something that they've never experienced, something I've never experienced. And me and the wife took charge in that particular shit hits the fan moment. And
Yeah, that was a moment. It really was.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely, shit was fucking chaotic. But yeah,
Yeah.
what are some of y'all shit hits the fan moments, man? How did y'all
Yeah.
deal with it? What did y'all do? Put some in the comments, man. I love to hear that,
Yeah.
man. I love to hear
What kind
that.
of prep stuff you got going on? Definitely want to
Indeed,
hear that.
indeed. All right, man. So last successful check in of the night, man. How was your smoke? I know you had a new drink, man. So let's start with that one, man. How was your drink?
The drink was good. Yeah, definitely pleasantly surprised. I never tried this brand before. I don't know why it was on my save list, but I picked it up because I got to do a curbside pickup from a liquor store, which is always a fun thing. They bring your liquor to your car after you picked it online, so always fun to not have to go into the store. So I don't remember why it's on my list. Maybe it was recommended somewhere, but not bad, not bad. I would definitely pick this up again. It's not a bourbon; it is bourbon adjacent, but not bad, not bad. 115 proof, right where I like to be. The cigar went with it well. Didn't overpower it. It gave me an opportunity to really get a feel for the whiskey, and I love when the cigar and the whiskey go together well. And tonight was that kind of night. So not Placencia kind of night, nowhere close, but it
But
was a
still
good
good.
pairing
It was good. It
nonetheless.
was good.
Good pairing nonetheless. Definitely would do
Oh,
this pairing again. Like I said, I've had this cigar before. Gosh, I don't even know how many times now that I think about it. But yeah, definitely recommend the pairing. Recommend the whiskey. Recommend the cigar. How about you?
Cigar was good, man. I had a lot of issues with it for a second, but it got together and it actually turned out smoking pretty good. This is my first time trying the sugar-free fruit punch with vodka
Boy
because
got the
actually I
juicy juice.
cause real shit, I really haven't drunk anything in almost a week. Like
Yeah,
I've cutting back on drinking and shit. So it's good. It's a good little mix, man. It's a different little mix.
mm,
It paired pretty good. No complaints here.
good,
And
good,
that's
good.
pretty much it, man. It's vodka, so I
Man,
mean, ain't too many ways that you can you can do vodka. It's going vodka.
I understand, man. I got that 3-pack of the FAMU vodka, and I think I got one up there unopened, one that I probably won't touch again, and one is a display. So
Mm-hmm. Vodka
the
going
fact that
vodka.
you be drinking it, the vodka is the vodka.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Damn, my
Yay.
grass is crooked.
All right, man. You got anything for the people before we close out?
Yeah, normally I say something profound and all that other stuff, but it's not bullshit. But
Who?
you know, we in the beginning we used to do quotes and shit, man. So I actually got one, man. It's uh the harmony between what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can offer. Discover it and let it guide your life. And that is the quote. So
There's a Japanese word for that. I don't remember what it is, but
yeah, I
there's a
couldn't pronounce it. It's a part of the quote too.
yeah.
It
I
is.
forgot what
It
the
starts with
because
an
that's what it
I, ends
yeah.
with an
Is it
I.
Ikigai? I think.
Yeah, something like it's about like that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
exactly
It's
what
a
it is. It
Japanese
means
word.
the why. Let me double check, guys. Let me double check. Yeah, your why is what that
Yeah,
translates to. So yeah, I thought that was
yeah,
a really dope quote. Want to share
yeah.
that, man,
It's a
because
cool quote.
you can have your passion, life gets in the way sometimes, things like that. But you got to weed that shit out and figure out what's gonna get you through, what's gonna make you happy, because you only go
Mhm.
around this earth one time.
Okay. I don't have a quote, but what I will say, based on the past few weeks, month, even longer, cherish your people that you love, man. Because one, you're not gonna be here forever, and they're not gonna be here forever. So make sure that you cherish them. So when they are gone or you are gone, nobody has regrets or second thoughts of how your relationship was.
Yes,
That is
sir.
all.
Yes, sir.
So with that, everybody, that is episode 133 in the books. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. I'm Amar. That's my brother Casey Fowler. This is the Foul Language Podcast, and we are out.
We out.